Hi, my name's Dan from Pettus Photography, and we're wedding photographers in the Temecula Valley wine country, and we really enjoy what we do, and I'd like to introduce our team, Myra.
Hello.
And Shannon.
Hi.
And like I said earlier, we do enjoy doing wedding photography, which may seem kind of strange, but we love it. We think working with the people is fantastic, and we like working with the brides and the grooms and the families. And it's one of those areas in photography that's quite different, because in photography you really can't stage it when you're doing wedding photography. You have to have the skills and the understanding to be able to pull it off the first time, right every time.
Right, and I think one of the most important things about us is that we photograph not the person but the emotions that are happening that day. It's not just a portrait, it's a compilation of how you're feeling, the excitement as you're getting dressed, how you're feeling about your dad seeing you for the first time, and then your fiance seeing you for the first time. We work as a team.
We do.
Absolutely.
A major important part for us. We work in threes because we like to be able to capture every part of the event all day long. If Shannon's up on the roof at Wilson Creek Winery shooting, Dan's down there shooting down the aisle, we can capture both at the same time, and I'm over there in the corner in the rose bushes with the wide angle catching the...
And you won't miss Shannon. You know Shannon because she's going to be the one with the 5 cameras hanging off her.
That's right. I wouldn't be having fun unless I had at least 3 cameras dangling from my body.
Yes.
So I think what makes us different, because photographers is a skill, it's also an art, and so we pride ourselves in continuous education. And we're PPA certified, that's the Professional Photographers Association. Very few photographers in this country are certified, and we are, and we're very proud of that. And we think anybody looking for a first-class, top-notch wedding photography studio should definitely consider whether they should be PPA certified or not.
You know, what that means is Dan had to go to a lot of classes. He had to show off a lot of his work and get graded. We do know equipment inside and out. We teach, which is something fantastic because we know all of the equipment and how to relate to the person on the other end of the lens. And we are the photographers that show up. You don't hire us and have somebody else show up.
Absolutely.
We believe in our name, we believe in the quality.
Well, another thing that really makes us different is that we do include the engagement session with every wedding booking. We think it's important for 2 reasons.
One of the reasons is the bride and groom get to work with us before the wedding. I have a lot of little hand signals that I use when the bride and groom are across the field and I'm trying to, prep them a little bit for a shot that's coming up. So I'll tell them, this means put your head closer together like this. And when I always make sure that they touch each other. I tell them that touching is extremely vital.
Oh, by the way, we are married, so we can't touch.
Yeah, for a long time. And we still are romantics at heart, even with a long marriage. So that has something to do.
Well, I think that's important too. I think if you look at images, I think good photographers can take good images, but what we want to accomplish is that if we have a bride that looks at their images 10 years, 15 years from now, I don't want them just to say, I remember that image. I want them to go back to that place in time, and I want them to pull the emotions out, the tears, I want to remember the smells, everything that happened during that exact moment in time.
Like Play-Doh. Every kid knows the smell of Play-Doh, and that's what our photographs bring back, is a feeling. And we capture those feelings with all the hearts that we're taking them with.
One of the things that I really enjoy with this company is the albums that we put together. When we go and shoot a wedding, one of the things we're thinking of is, where is this going to go in the book? And I want to be able to tell that story from the beginning all the way to the end. And I want you to remember those little fine details that you spent all those hours planning and remember them laid out in your book. And you can see from start to finish all the little things that you did to make your wedding beautiful.
We also do a really incredible, what we call a proof book, but it's a leather-covered large album.
A little different.
That has all of your images in it, and brides just can't believe that that's what we call a proof album because it's beautiful, it's just outstanding. Our albums are really well known, they're award-winning, and we're really proud of them.
I think what's special about the albums too is they are made in Italy. These are Italian albums with real Italian leather, made in Milano, Italy. So if you have an opportunity to take a look at one of these albums, they are stunning.
And I wanted to bring up too about Shannon. There's something that she does for the bride She makes the bride feel so comfortable and so warm that when she's getting ready and getting her last touches of her veil adjusted and her makeup on and putting on her lipstick and getting ready to get her gown on, that Shannon just goes in there and she becomes like
Part of the team.
Yeah.
her sister, and
Yeah,
helps her getting ready and captures some incredibly beautiful, warm photographs at the same time.
Absolutely. I love bonding with the brides.
We also give all of our brides and grooms the high-resolution DVDs with a copyright release
Correct.
of their wedding. We believe that when you purchase your wedding photographs, you should own them. We do believe in taking care of all of your needs, making sure you're not nervous, and that all of your photography needs are being taken care
That's
of.
also important about the engagement session, is it not just taking the images during the engagement session, but you get to know us as a team.
Right, we're building a relationship with our bride and
Correct.
grooms.
And so at the day of the wedding, when we show up, they're friends. We're hugging, we're getting close, we can get really intimate and get these great shots, and we just nail these shots. And they're not plastic, they're not pretend. This is really what they look like, because now they know us and they're very comfortable with our workflow and who we are, and they take directions really easy. So on your wedding day, we don't want turn your heads and tilt, because you can get enough of those in high school. These are fantastic images you can keep for a lifetime.